Okay, we just left the Roosevelt Island Tram. Came back from Roosevelt Island. We're here at the Roosevelt Island Tram Plaza, 59th Street, 60th Street. Now I'm going to walk west on East 59th Street to the Lexington Avenue subway. And we're going to take that down to 33rd Street and walk over to Penn Station. And I'll be catching my 10:20 train back to Spionk, Long Island. I'm going to stay in the portrait mode because it's easier to carry the iPhone this way. And unfortunately, for whatever reason that I have not figured out yet, Periscope Live is not working right now. I keep getting too weak for signal, but I do have a good Verizon 4-bar signal, so I don't know what the problem is. Now this is interesting coming up when we get to the subway. This will be a free transfer on my senior citizen Metro card. Well, free transfer for any Metro card, because I swiped the Metro card to come back on the tram, and then if you go onto a bus or a subway within 2 hours, it's a free transfer. All right, we're walking west on East 59th Street here on Upper East Side. We'll take the Lexington Avenue 6 train, the local, down to 33rd Street, because it's only a few local stops, and it's easier to get on that than the express, the 4 and 5 express.
This is 3rd Avenue. That way. That way. Lexington Avenue is that way, right? Lexington Avenue.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
So this is 3rd Avenue we're crossing over now. We're going to make our way to Lexington. And the 4, 5, and 6 line, the Green Line subway, IRT. We'll take the 6 train, local.
Then Nawasani Ahmad, the hot dog. We're talking about the move.
Okay, and here we are at Lexington, East 59th and Lexington. Okay, we have the light, and the subway entrance is right across the street. So let's hop the 6 train down to 33rd Street.
They'll know on this one. They don't want to stop something they want to eat.
Okay. Here we are on the 59th Street local. Okay. Here comes our local train.
Please step aside and let the customers off the train first.
Okay, we're on the Lexington Avenue line, 33rd Street station. I'm going to walk up to 34th Street. So that was the local 6 train, Lex Line 6 train from 59th Street to 33rd Street.
There is a downtown local 6 train to Brooklyn Bridge City Hall approaching the station. Please stand away from the platform edge. There is an uptown local 6 train to Brooklyn Park approaching the station. Please stand away from the platform edge.
Okay. That was quite a climb. Okay, this is Park Avenue and East 34th Street. We're going to walk west on East 34th Street to Penn Station. Thanks for joining. We lost our signal in the subway for a while between 59th Street and 33rd Street. I was on a downtown 6 train on the Lexington Avenue line. But we have our signal again. And we're walking west on 34th Street, East 34th Street. Next be crossing Madison Avenue. I'm using my iPhone 7 Plus, and I'm going to stay in the portrait mode because while walking it's easier to carry it this way in my left hand, and I don't have my gimbal with me, so you're going to see jitter and bounce here. Periscope live broadcast for some reason is not working for me today, except that it worked very early this morning, 5 a.m. when I first boarded the train out in Spion. Let's wait for the light. We're in no rush. This is Madison Avenue, 34th Street. That's looking north up Madison Avenue. This is looking south. Let me check my time. 9:35. We have plenty of time. I'm making a 10:22 train at Penn Station. So that's just 2 blocks. We'll stop at Herald Square and we'll get some views of the Empire State Building. Here we go. Pedestrian green. Nice north breeze right now, coming down the avenues. Actually, we're walking into a breeze heading west here on 34th Street. I have to figure out what's wrong with Periscope there, and I hope it has nothing to do with the iOS update, which I updated last night to 11.4.1 on my iPhone. Because it could be a Periscope app problem too, so we'll see what happens. This is always a pleasant walk here on 34th Street. Let me get off to the side out of the pedestrian way. I'm going to show you the Empire State Building. I'm going to pan up. Here it is across the street. There it is, good people. Empire State Building at the corner of 5th Avenue and East 34th Street. We'll get a better view of the top of the building from Herald Square, where 6th Avenue crosses 34th Street and Broadway. That's at the east end of Macy's. Macy's Herald Square. Very pleasant morning here in Manhattan. Warm, but the humidity is low, and there's a nice north and west breeze blowing right now. So right now we're between 5th Avenue and 6th Avenue, or as some people call it, Avenue of the Americas. Not too many though. New Yorkers don't call it that. It's 6th Avenue. A lot of visitors. I hope this YouTube live broadcast works out, even though you're going to have the bounce because I don't have my gimbal stabilizer. However, for the archive video, I can do a little enhancement when I get home on the computer. I'll edit it for stabilization. New York City, the city of scaffolding. Always repairs going on, renovations. So therefore you have the scaffolding to protect the sidewalks, protect the pedestrians. We got the light. Let's cut across to the north side of 34th Street. And then we'll cross over 6th Avenue to Herald Square. We'll wait for the light. Here we go. Let's stop here in Herald Square for a little bit. Take a look around. This is where Broadway crosses 6th Avenue at 34th Street. This building is the east end of the Macy's headquarters, Macy's main department store right here. Let me get across now. You see, this has been closed off to traffic for quite a few years now. So they made it a pedestrian plaza, which is very nice. Sit down for a minute and I'll check my train times, and then we'll show you some views here. All right. Okay, 9:44, 9:43. Here's the better view of the Empire State Building, or the top of it. You can see that right there, okay? One day this fall, I'll take you to the top of the Empire State Building. And when I go up there, I go to the 102nd floor, all the way up to the top. I haven't been up there in about 4 years, but it's time to do it again. Since 2014, I've done quite a few trips to the top of One World Trade Center, to One World Observatory up there. I think I've been up there 6 times, which is great. But now it's time to get back up to the top of the Empire State Building. Thank you for joining. Again, this is Herald Square, where Broadway crosses 6th Avenue at 34th Street, in the heart of Midtown Manhattan. But that breeze feels good. Alright, you don't want to see me. I want to change this. Okay. That was an accident, folks. I just want to show you something very quickly with the Macy's windows here. At Christmas time, the holiday season, these windows on the east end of Macy's are decorated for the holiday season. And they always have a different theme every year. So obviously between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year, we'll be back to take a look at this. All right, now this is looking up Broadway, up toward Times Square, 42nd Street. You see the Times building tower up there. Let's take one more look at the Empire State Building from our vantage point here at Herald Square. We get around the corner. So you see all trains come to Herald Square, as you can see BDFM and the yellow line, the NQ and R. FDNY. One more look at the Empire State Building from here at Herald Square. Okay, I'm going to start walking now west on 34th Street. This is now West 34th Street because we crossed over 5th Avenue. And this is Macy's department store, am I right? We're going to walk over to Penn Station, Penn Plaza. Thank you for joining. I haven't done very many YouTube live broadcasts in recent months. I went back to Periscope, but for some reason Periscope is not working today for me. So it's either an operator error on my part or the app has a problem right now that the Periscope folks have to fix, or what they upgraded to iOS 11.4.1. I say that, but as I also say that I did have a successful Periscope broadcast this morning at 5 a.m. of the Long Island Railroad train that I was going to board out and seemed to be okay. Since that time, cannot make a connection for a live Periscope broadcast. So we'll do YouTube live. Biggest YouTube live, and I've sent messages in, but I don't think anyone's seen them, is that YouTube live is to have stabilization selection on your iPhone pad prior to doing a recording as Periscope, and that really helps camera bounce down the street. However, you can edit the video, the YouTube live video, once it's uploaded to stabilize it a little. Now here we are at 7th Avenue, and this is the 7th Avenue line. One train is the local, the 2 and 3 are the express. 2 and 3 run from Let's cross over this way. We have the light to do it this way. We'll head south on 7th Avenue. And I want to get to the west side of 7th Avenue, so we'll wait right here for the light. They also refer to this as Fashion Avenue because between here and 42nd Street used to be probably still is, the fashion capital of the world. Maybe not so much as in the past. All right, we have the light.
I don't know if you're going to see anything.
All right, we'll walk down to 33rd. So walking on 7th Avenue right now, folks. And I'm going to get over because I'm against the upstream fish. I try to limit my summer visits to the morning. All right, here we are at West 33rd Street, which is now closed off, or half of it is closed off for pedestrian plaza here again, which is kind of neat that they've done this. Five to 10. I'll cross over this, what was the street. And we'll get another look. This to the west is the new construction at Hudson Yards, a city within the city that's going up over the Long Island Railroad storage yards there between 10th and 11th Avenue. So they're building a new city over the railroad yards. And we'll take a walk down there one day, show you that. That's when we do our High Line walks. We end up there. And here's the Empire State Building from West 33rd Street and 7th Avenue, looking east on 33rd Street. Named after the former heavyweight champion of the world of the 1930s, 1940s. It just captures the guard, which sits right over Penn Station. Oh. Well, let me answer that. Dutch, was that you? I just caught a part of that comment. I'm heading home now. I'm going to catch a 10:22 train back to Long Island because I can't take the city heat. In the fall of the year, I'll do my all-day trips, but not today. So I thank you for being with me. I guess I don't have the YouTube set up. I'm missing the comments. I just saw that one comment. As I said, for some reason it's not working for me most of the morning, so I switched to YouTube Live. I hope that's been working, but I don't have my gimbal stabilizer with me, so I've been hand carrying the camera, the iPhone. All right, look, I'm going to end this broadcast now, folks, and get down there to the railroad concourse, because I can board my train by 10:15. So thanks for being with me this morning. I sure hope you were able to see these live broadcasts that I did on the Roosevelt Island Tram, and then walking along East 59th Street to Lexington to catch the street. Of course, I'll be able to review all of this when I get home and on my computer, and I'll see whether it actually uploaded to my YouTube channel. And if I can do any editing for stabilization, I'll try to do that. So I'll talk to everybody later on this afternoon, okay, folks? And thank you very much for joining. I'm sorry if I missed comments. Marty or Dutch, if that was you on the comment, we definitely will get together one of these fine days. After Labor Day. All right, take care, everybody.